Come on, is you gonna come on or what? Shit crazy, the camera be taking a while long to come on. You don't want me to show my face, I see that shit, man. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, look, man. Come to find out that the Colorado supermarket shooter was not even white. He's a Syrian. Feel me? That fall right in Joe Biden's area. Remember, Joe Biden dropped a bomb on them earlier this month or ending of last month or earlier this month. So I guess it was more like a retaliation. I don't know what he did it for. From all we know, they said he was suffering from mental health and all that bullshit niggas is talking about. And they said he was bullied when he used to be in school and everything else like that. At least that's what his family's saying. But he wasn't white. He's a Syrian. He's a white Syrian. You feel me? He's not an American white. To me, he's still white. The reason why I say he's still white, cause you have black people. You got a black Jamaican, but he's still black. Feel me? He's just not a white American. He's not. He's not the kind of white that we would consider white. They got some Spanish-speaking black people too, but they don't consider themselves black. You feel me? He's just a white Syrian. That's all. Anyway, man, it doesn't even matter about the color of the skin. It's just that somebody was talking about. I'm not gonna mention his name. There's a little bit of respect over there, so I'm not gonna disrespect. He was mentioning that he was not white, which is not true to a certain degree, but in the eyes of many, he's still white. White supremacists can use anybody that looks like them or that come close to them in complexion. You feel me? And that's just the truth of the matter. The truth is that it doesn't even matter what complexion or what race that man is. Shout out to the victims. That's what the truth is. Let's shout out to the victims. Feel me? All that good stuff. I still wasn't wrong about the mass shooting. It's just described differently. But I said I was wrong. I cut into the data the way they describe it. I just had it another way. And that was just, my apologies. My apologies on that. Although I'm still having a hard time accepting it, but still. but anyway, what was he talking about? I want to elaborate on what he was actually saying about the mass shooter. Oh, he was saying that basically, if it was the leftists would have turned this, if it was, they always want to turn this into a white guy with a gun is this and that and that and the third. He do got a point. They always seem to overreach, which is the leftist media. That's 95% of all media company. If you think about it, MSNBC, CBS, CNN, anything that starts with a alphabet initials, that's leftist. You can tell only Fox News. Fox News does not have, it doesn't say FX News. No, it says Fox News. Every other news channel has NBC, MSNBC, CNN, what else? And all kinds of letters that they're just alphabet boys. They're just like the FBI and the CIA. All these niggas is connected. It's just an extension of all of them. They have anything that has those initials and doesn't have the full name of it, they all part of the same company. And if it has the name spelled out right, they part of the right, what is it called? Republicans or far right or the right group, whatever they call it. You feel me? Remember, anything the far left is MSNBC and all those other initials of letters, individual letters that spell out to be something else that adds up, you feel me? 95% of the media companies owned by the leftists. So most of the information that we get is already tainted before it comes to us. Because we relying on them to give us the information. So in order for you to be in order for you to be a real journalist, you really have to think beyond what they're telling you. Like you really will have to gather the information that they give you. Then you have to read between the lines and ask the right questions. Because the information that's coming to us is coming from the person who doesn't want you to know the information anyway. So the information is already tainted. So you have to put your two and two together, put your divine thoughts on, and analyze that shit and do homework. Because we rely on the government to give us the information that he doesn't even want us to know about. They say you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. But now that niggas is reading, barely reading, because I'm barely reading, but I'm still finding the shit out, they tainting the information. So you really have to ask it, right? Even when you ask Google questions, Google doesn't even answer that shit right, man. It just be like, yo, it just give you whatever you want to get, it gives you. You have to ask the right question, put the right letters, put the right words in there, then gather it together, then put it together and make out your own conclusion. And of course, you gotta conduct your own investigation. You feel me? Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. This nigga's a stalker. He be stalking me, man. Spanish nigga be stalking me. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. Look, man, that the shooter was not white. He was from Syria. He's a Syrian. You feel me? Stop blaming. I said it myself that even the Boston bomb, I told you that they're all not white supremacists. You feel me? It's not just white support. It's not just white people. There's a difference between white supremacists and white people. You feel me? Just to put that out there. But I also said the Boston bomber. Remember the Boston bomber, the nigga that just blew up the marathon? He wasn't white neither. You feel me? These people do come from other countries. You feel me? Or some of them are minorities. Except for black, we don't do shit like that. We actually exercise our common sense. You know, it's a muscle that people don't usually use that much. You feel me? Common sense is a tissue in your muscles that you have to exercise. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Some of these niggas just don't know how to exercise this common sense. So sometimes they make rash decisions and they're all over the place with it. That's why you can find so many of them in a group, because they think of ignorance. You feel me? Anyway, my bus is coming. You know what it is, man. So be careful arguing with one of these niggas, because they're more likely to go get the great equalizer, because they can't see you with the hands, so they're going to get a weapon. You know what I mean? They be like that, my nigga. When you created that perfectly, and you almost a machine to them, they feel like they got to get the equalizer on you. So just be careful. I'm hollering.